Navigating these times can be a challenge, even more so if you're a parent. Tonight, I spoke with Kristen Denzer, the founder of Tierra Encantada. The Spanish immersion school has several locations in Minneapolis, serving more than 600 kids from infants to 6 years old. She had some advice for parents when it comes to answering questions from young children. Kristen, thanks again. So I know some of your facilities are near where Mr. Floyd was murdered. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Which ones are those?
Our Tierra Encantada Bryant location is the one that's less than 6 blocks from where he was murdered. And then our headquarters office and our brand new Hiawatha location is about 9 blocks from where the precinct was burned down.
Are kids this young aware? What have they been asking about the events?
Lots of questions. We see protesters walking, on 38th Street almost daily since that happened. So, our gym is right there facing it. So lots of questions about what's going on, why people are out there. A lot of parents asking us, what's going on, or not what's going on, but like how to talk to their kids or tips for how to talk to their kids. And so, we've had a lot of questions about this in particular.
So how do you explain that situation to children?
Yeah, so it depends on their age, but being honest and straightforward about the reality of it is important. And so, we explained to them that a police officer murdered an African-American man, and there are a lot of people that are upset because there's been a lot of inequity for a very long time and people are tired of it. And there's actually a really great book that I think parents would find very helpful. It's called Something Happened in My Town. And so that's a book that we are reading to our kids too. And that book is this exact situation. Actually, it's for 4 to 8-year-olds, and it has a white family and a black family and a police officer who's a African-American man in the town. And the book kind of goes through that and how the families discuss it.
Talk about the importance of just talking about racism in general. Does this open a good door to be able to have that conversation more with kids?
Yes, it does. It does. I think it really sheds a light on how little some people talk about it with their kids. And it's an opportunity to kind of, for all of us to do more and do better. In our program, one of our founding values is diversity. And so we've been having these conversations for a very long time with the children. But I think that for a lot of people, talking about race with their children is not a easy or comfortable topic. And so it's one that just is avoided in general. And so honestly, that's a mistake. I mean, acting like people do not have differences in how they look is a mistake, because it tends to amplify the differences kids notice. And so it's okay and it's good to tell parents that, or to tell kids that, there are these differences, but they're what makes us better. Everybody being different is good. That's a good thing. It's not a negative thing.
And when you have the courage to open that door to talk to kids about racism, how do they respond?
I think a lot of questions. I think kids, especially, I guess, kids, in our program, because this is something we talked about a while. I mean, they haven't grown up with a lot of the things that we've, seen and heard and experienced. And so for them, it's kind of much more basic, right, wrong, fair, like, why would that happen? That's not fair. Like, why would they think that differently just because of skin tone? That's not fair, So I think it's a very kind of basic level, but just a lot of, not understanding why this would even happen. I think that there's 2 things that are really important for parents to remember when talking to their kids about race and when thinking about those conversations. It's first that you should never shame a child for talking about race. I think that kind of the natural tendency, if you're, say, out of a store and your child points that out, is to immediately be like, no, because as an adult, you're feeling embarrassed. And so I think that that's something that you should just be cautious of, because children don't understand that. They don't have, that type of mindset with what's going on in the situation. They're just pointing out something that they notice, this is blue eyes, brown eyes difference. And so you don't want to shame children, and you want to make sure that you always leave the door open for questions and make sure that they know that you are someone that they can talk to and ask any question to. And then just be sure to provide, good factual information.
Awesome. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We have more information about Tierra and Encantada at WCCO.com.